I know you got that new record, man, but I'm playing the old one. I'm still rocking with it. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you.
It's good seeing you, man. You back in the game. It's been a minute. Why you disappeared so long on us?
Man, you know what? I had a little life to live, I say it all the time. My fans know, like, I have to live my life before I can write, and just been a lot, I lost an uncle to cancer. At this point, I've lost two uncles to cancer, which if you know me, you know how much I love my family. So if I have to take time off to go and spend more time with them, then that's just what has to be done. And so, with that and just, being in relationships, going through breakups, just life. And
who you been in a relationship with? Let's talk about that. Let's start right there. Who
first
you been
of all,
creeping with?
mind your business.
I'm just saying,
First of all, nobody. Listen. Sis is single. Okay. But no, just like life. I like to live my life, be around people, go to. We couldn't go anywhere, but you know what I mean. So that's important to me.
Let's talk about that. 2020 been crazy for everybody right now, so it's been a tough time. Quarantine-wise, like what's been going on with you? I know you talked about, family members going through that aspect with your uncle. Definitely sorry to hear about that. But what's going on overall 2020 for Sevyn Streeter?
Man, 2020 is. It's come with its pros and its cons. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I like to find the silver lining in hard times. So for me, with being quarantined, being in lockdown for the majority of the year, I was able to kind of just dive deeper into myself, dive deeper into my spirituality, spend more time with my family, dive deeper into my album and perfect it in little ways, because there were no, you couldn't go anywhere. It was your time to really, and it still is your time, like, to, really focus on the things that you're passionate about. And so I was able to do that. But then obviously on the flip side of that, it's been one hell of a year, right? We've lost so many lives due to COVID. We've lost so many lives due to just random ass tragedies. Like, we have dealt with police brutality and seeing it in ways that are forever burned in my in my mental. You know what I mean? Social injustice. We've been marching and protesting, and then we had to get old Cheeto up out of here. Let's not even go there and talk about that. Have to get him up out of here. So it's been the most insane year. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, God is still good, and we almost out of this year, y'all. We almost to the end of it.
Almost there, man. So you talked about the whole election situation. You being a black female, how do you feel having the first VP black female in 2020 in a horrible year? In a horrible year, we got something good though.
I was like, you know what, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I see you. I appreciate you. Hallelujah to your name. Yes, Kamala. Yes, first female black. Like, that's how I feel. Listen here. Like, I mean, in my mind, I honestly, I knew they were gonna win. That's just me. And I knew that. And me being from Florida, you already know.
What's up with Florida too, man? Florida be going,
Listen here.
Red. I don't know what's going on with Florida. What's up?
Put it this way. I didn't have time to leave anything to chance with Florida. So, like, me and my family, we were able to we partnered with this Florida Restoration Coalition, and I gotta give thanks to I hit up Savannah James, LeBron's wife, because I heard that they had given us a significant amount of money to this coalition who were paying for the voting. They were getting the fees for felons paying for the fees for felons who needed their fees taken care so they can vote. And so they brought their entire bus to my hometown of Haines City, to like our hood, and parked that bus down there. And me and my family and the coalition, all of them, we were out there getting people registered to vote and walking from house to house to house. Are you ready? I have homies from high school and that we were stopped, and I was just like, hey, are you registered? And they'd be like, Nah, cause I can't. I got a record. I was like, oh, perfect. Come on here, get these fees paid for, and to see their faces light up, like it was bricks lifted off of their chest to know that they now have a right and have a voice in how our lives are governed, or the people that we choose to help govern our lives. So that was that was where a lot of the energy went to, and praise God. Look at what people say, your voting doesn't count. I be goddamn, your voting
They count.
does.
They count.
Your voting do count. We just saw it. So now we just have to remember, in 2 years we go back and vote for Congress, because a lot of times I didn't know that. I learned that from the record that I did with Yellow Pay, called My Vote Will Count. If you haven't heard it, check it out. But it's a very educational record about the importance of voting. And
I saw it. Did you do a video for that?
we did a video for it, and that was really it was amazing to be a part of. So shout out to Yellow Paint.
Yeah, it was dope that Snoop said he voted for the first time ever in life because he never thought he could vote because he was a felon. So that was very important. I mean, just to know that you can get that off, or what you had to do to get it expunged. So I'm glad you was a part of that.
We all were. We all were. We all did that. Shout out to us, because we did that.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad to see you back and vibrant. I'm looking at the pictures and you being single. That's a blessing to all single guys out there right now. But it's good to see your face, man. You had a really strong run. I mean, you've been in the game for a long time, so I can just imagine things that you was going through. And then obviously you said the things that was with your uncle. So now it makes more sense. You had the record with Chris Brown. You've done a lot of stuff. You got a lot of plaques, a lot of things to be happy about. So it was weird to see that you was gone, especially that, I mean, you've been in the game for a while. You was part of a girl group. What was the name of the girl group?
I was a part of Rich Girl, and I was a part of TT4. It was great times. I learned a lot from those groups. It taught me a lot.
What do you think is the difference between celebrities from, the 90s and people that are out now? I see females especially being more vocal about what they're going through. In the past, wasn't so much. You see the Mary J. Blige, even the Beyoncés, they've been in the game for a long period of time, but they don't have the same, I guess, roadmaps or problems you guys have because of social media. You see Summer Walker talk about anxiety or just not being comfortable with certain things. Do you have go through them same situations?
Well, I just want to say that I think that's the beautiful thing about this generation. And there's a vibe and a spirit in this generation that I love, and it's basically it encourages you, and it's to just it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say exactly how you feel, and I've always been an advocate for that. Like, I am Express Yourself Ministries, okay? Like, there's, especially like I'll speak in our Black community, being emotional or saying something hurts you, or saying that, that you're dealing with anxiety and all the things that everybody already goes through. It's not always encouraged for us to express that. So, and I love that this generation feels like that. And then we have the power of social media where we can sit here and talk about it. So maybe the person at home, they don't feel, crazy, like how society sometimes like to make you feel crazy for actually feeling anything at all. We can actually say to people, nah, like, it's okay. It's healthy. Let's talk about it. Like, because we all go through shit every single day. You know what I mean? Like I said, like losing my uncle to cancer, like his picture, I'm at my crib, his picture back there on my bookshelf. I did not know how I was going to come out of, I'm still suffering with it. You know what I mean? Like, cancer is a hard thing. It was pancreatic cancer. So it's tough, but it's like that amongst other things, other emotions that we go through, like as human motherfuckers, like, you know what I mean? It's normal, but no, I love that about the space that we're all in now, when we talk about it and we share that.
Do you feel like it's as far as work ethic, you feel like that's is different from then and now?
No, I don't. I feel like you can always have lazy because you're gonna always have people who really want to go out and get it and make and be the best version of themselves. Like I think it's and we've seen it from the beginning of time, and that's never gonna go nowhere. You just have to choose which side that you want to be on. Like every day, every day at least I try to put my best foot forward and but be the best artist I can be the best songwriter I can be the best you know friend, sing, whatever. Like I'm always striving to be that. So work ethic, nah, either you want it or you don't. It ain't, you can't teach that.
So you think that for your withdrawal from the industry, you felt that had a lot to play with it?
Yeah, it played a huge part. Like I said, people know me, they know how close I am to my family. Like I'm extremely close. But that had a part to do with it. And then the other part is like, you know, we're growing. Like, I'm like I said, I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm living. I don't like to, you know, create, and this is me personally. I don't like to create music that doesn't stem from something. You know what I mean? That like, and so for me, I have to have real life experiences. You know what I mean? And so I know it sucks because you're like, girl, how many more experiences you gotta have? Like, you know what I mean? Like, give us some damn music, which I understand that, and it's coming. It's definitely, the album's done, so y'all gonna get to hear all of what I have been through over the last couple of years. You'll hear it on this project.
Let's talk about that. So what made you say, okay, especially during today's time and right now, let me get back out there. Let me do what I do best and give these people a dope album. What made you come back out and do
that? Well, I mean, my spirit felt right. Like you know what I mean? Like I shed a lot of things. I've gone through a lot of things, and I'm never not doing music. I'm always like in some form or fashion, whether I'm putting a voice note on my phone, so it's just the timing for me. I'm ready again. You know what I mean? I allowed myself to live my life and take care of my people, be with my people, but I'm ready, and I'm more in love with music, in particular my music, than I ever have been before, because I'm in a whole new space. Like I'm independent now. I have so much creative freedom. Some days I don't know what to do with it, but it's amazing figuring out how to put the pieces of it. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. You know what I mean? So that was a part of it too. So in kind of getting, acclimated to what this independent space feels like, and I feel good now. I'm ready to release music again.
Let's talk about this new single. Can you introduce it and tell everybody how you came up with the name and what inspired you to actually drop this?
Well, Kisses, yes. Kisses is Kisses is a very sexy record. Kisses is a very sensual record. Kisses is a very honest record, and all of those things I very much so, I feel like, I'm a 30-something-year-old woman. I'm very confident and comfortable in my skin, in my
looking amazing. Looking amazing,
Thank you. And my sexuality and my and not just physically, but just like confident in what I say and how I say it, and when I say it I mean what I say. So it's like Kisses is all those things, and I really enjoyed doing it with Davido. I think that he's super talented. I was able to work with Bongo, by the way, who was an amazing producer. One in the Forest broke the record. He is like, he knew my love for Sade. We both shared the same love for Sade. So for him to be able to like put that in there and like, play with Sweet as Taboo in that way. And then Davido and then Jazzy came in on the second verse, and me, her, Davido, we had a great session, and that was amazing. So it was just good, good ass talent, people that I respect and I can learn from, and who have the vibes. And Davido and his team, they came to the studio, and I swear it was like they brought the whole spirit of Africa with them to the session. And we was in there dancing, and it just felt good, and it was one of them. And but that's what Kisses feels like. And then visually, I wanted to make sure that the video, it kind of reflected everything that I felt. Like I've been wearing a lot more of my natural hair, the way that it grows out of my head, and something in that for me just feels really good, because it's the way that God made me. You know what I mean? And then in the video, I have beautiful brown skinned women like that you seen them girls. They look like goddesses. You know what I mean? Skin melanin just glistening, and that was important to me. And it, I love that. So I hope that it comes off like that to everyone, because that's how it felt. That's how Kisses feels to me. I love that record.
Any other artists you work with on this album?
I did. I have Jeremiah on the album, which I love the record that we did. Shout out to Jeremiah. I have A$AP Ferg on the album, who went crazy, and there's one more feature on the song with Ferg that I'm gonna keep that to myself, but it's gonna be a real good one. I have Lucky Day on the album. It's a beautiful record, and a very honest record, and I love that. So it's gonna be good. You know, I may add another feature or two. I really want to have some females on the album. I'm just trying to, y'all let me know too, all of like my street team members, like what female would you like to see me collab with? Cause
man, I would love to see you collab with Summer, LMA. Yeah. I think that'd be dope. Them two people, y'all should do a song together. Y'all might. What's that song Bernie and Monica did back in the Boy Is Mine? Y'all might need to remake that song. Yeah,
hey, that would
something to that effect, you know.
No, real shit. We need something that feels like that, you know. So I would love that. I'm a huge fan of theirs, so it'd be great. A
lot of people saying when the album coming out. I see that on the comments.
The album is coming out top of the year. I promise you that. It's just, you know, for me, I know I said that I would give it on this side of the year, but it's just too much going on. I want a new year. I want new energy. I want, you know, I want to start the year off in that kind of space. So, top of the year.
That's what's up. I could keep you on here for a long time, but I'm sure your PR team was about to hit me up like, yo, she got to go to the next one. But definitely, man, I wish you nothing but the best.
I'm sorry?
I'm not saying I definitely wish you nothing but the best, but go ahead. I heard you talking.
Oh, I was just saying, it's okay. I run my mouth a lot too, so we got that in common, okay?
Oh, no problem. You, Tone was your DJ before, right?
Yeah, I love Tone. Shout out Tone.
That's my guy, man, DJ Tone, man. He put me onto you back then, so, man, yeah. I'm just glad to see you smiling with everything that's been going on, from family to whatever you was going through. It's good to see you, you know, and all that relationship that you had. I'm glad you're single and you thinking about yourself at this particular time. So I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too.
All right. When outside opens back up, I would love to have you in studio. We could do this again.
I'll be right there. I promise. I am on.
I love this record too. Let me play it real quick before you go. Is it Hit Me Up? The video was so amazing.
Thank you. I love you. Hit Me Up is my other baby too. So if you guys haven't heard that, Hit Me Up and Kisses. Those are my two new babies.
That vibe. We're just gonna play a little bit and we're gonna let you go. You know, vibe out a little bit. Lucky number 7.
Trina, hi sis. Florida, what the fuck is up? I love Trina.
Trina dope. That's the baddest trick. She checking in?
What? Trina is the baddest still. Hey sis, can I just borrow one cheek? Just let me borrow one. Like just one. Just let me borrow one. So I can like be like real like Florida thick. Like I need that in my life.
It's that vibe real quick.
Yeah.
7 Shooter, we love you, baby.
I love y'all too, man. Love you.
forget, man, make sure y'all download Kisses and hit me up. Sevyn Shooters back. Album gonna drop in 2021. And we're gonna do what we do. Y'all want to stay on, y'all can stay on, or you can follow her, you know, whatever you want to do.